Hello guys, today I'm going to talk about a new book. This book is called Nelson's Dream. The creator is J. Thomas Newsome. He was the first African American lawyer, reporter, and newspaper editor. There's not too much information about him, I don't know why, but today I'm going to do a review about his book, Nelson's Dream. This book has 111 pages. It is written for students with a high level, and it's a little interesting because express the feelings of the writer, because the writer was African American. So the character, the protagonist is a black guy. Yes. The first thing that I consider is important here is the story, because we have two stories here: the story of a poor class and the story of Nelson's story, because Nelson's family was rich, and the story is related with poor family who had an incident with their mother. Okay, I'm going to talk about the second story because it's really important you to know. The second family is divided by five characters: the mother and the four children, Blessing, Anne Lane, Daniel, another guy I don't remember, but the mom was Melanie. The mom was dying, and mother's friend was going to take care of the children. That's important. The story becomes a little tragic because the children are going to suffer a lot because they didn't have the opportunity to solve their problems, their economic problems. So they had a sad story, but they met with Nelson. Nelson was rich, and also he was really kind with them. He wanted to help them to solve their problems. But we had a problem here because their family's Nelson was rich, and they didn't care about them, and that's the thing. And in addition, the poor family had one member had HIV. And in that time, in 1986, the people suffer a lot with that illness, with that disease. Nelson wanted to help them and to support them. He was going to build a center with the things to take care of them, because Nelson didn't want they suffer a lot. However, Nelson had different problems with his family. For example, his father, Washington, he wanted Nelson manage his enterprises, the farm and everything, and Nelson was really worried. After some scenes or some facts, Nelson's father had problems because he was part of the government, and his father and his mother needed to go out of the country. The situation was really difficult because Nelson was 21 years old. So could you imagine you have to manage enterprises, hotels, farms at the age of 21? So that was really difficult, terrible for him. But the situation was that he had to manage the enterprises with the help of one employee who was Fletcher. He was going to help Nelson with the documents and everything. He had to hide some documents, evidences, um, of his father, because the situation was really difficult. He was in charge of the house, he was in charge of the hotels, he was in charge of the enterprises and the farm, and also he wanted to help to the poor family. The story is really interesting, a little sad, because Nelson was treated in a bad way by his father. He didn't understand him in some situations. That's it. I'm not going to tell you the end, because you have to read it. So that's it. I hope you enjoy it. What else? I think no, I think that's it. Thank you.